Have you ever wondered why it's so easy to promise yourself a life change on New Year's Eve, but so hard to keep that promise until February? The answer is hidden deep within your brain, and today we will dive into the fascinating world of our brain to understand why we often abandon our goals before achieving them. Neuroscience has surprising revelations about this, and I promise that by the end of this video, you'll have a new perspective on your personal growth journey. Imagine your brain as a child in a candy store. Dopamine is the candy it craves the most. When we set a goal, it's like promising that child a birthday party full of treats. At the core of our brain, there is a fascinating system known as the reward system. This system is the engine that drives our actions, our desires, and yes, even our goals. It primarily works through a neurotransmitter called dopamine, which we can think of as the fuel for motivation. When we establish a new goal, whether it's losing weight, learning a new language, or starting a business, our brain releases a surge of dopamine. It's like giving our brain a preview of the upcoming party. This initial release of dopamine makes us feel excited, full of energy, and ready to conquer the world. That's why the beginning of a new journey is always so thrilling. However, as we progress towards our goal, something interesting happens. The brain starts to get used to the dopamine levels. It's as if the child in the candy store has tasted all the flavors and is now less excited. The rewards that seemed enormous before now appear smaller, and motivation begins to wane. It's at this point that many people start to feel the temptation to give up. The good news is that we can hack this system by creating small victories. Along the way, we can maintain a steady flow of dopamine. For example, if your goal is to write a book, celebrate each completed chapter. If you're learning a new language, reward yourself for every new sentence you can form. These micro-celebrations keep our brain engaged and motivated, helping us persevere until the final moment of success. If your brain were a ship, the prefrontal cortex would be the captain. It keeps the course, even when the waters get rough. However, sometimes this captain gets tired and loses the way. The prefrontal cortex is like the CEO of our brain. Located right behind our forehead, this region is responsible for crucial executive functions like planning, decision-making, and most importantly for our discussion, self-control. When we set a long-term goal, it's the prefrontal cortex that keeps us on track, resisting immediate temptations in favor of greater future rewards. Imagine you've decided to save money for a dream trip. Your prefrontal cortex helps you say no to that expensive coffee every morning, keeping in mind the image of the paradise beach you will visit. It's what reminds you of your goal when you're about to make an impulsive purchase. In essence, it's the guardian of your determination and perseverance. However, much like a muscle, the prefrontal cortex can get tired. When we're under constant stress, with little sleep, or overwhelmed with too many decisions, the activity in this brain area decreases. It's as if our internal captain is exhausted after many hours at the helm. In these moments, we become more likely to make impulsive decisions and lose sight of our long-term goals. The key to keeping our prefrontal cortex strong is to regularly practice self-control, but also give it the necessary rests. Techniques like mindfulness, meditation, and even regular breaks throughout the day can help recharge this vital part of the brain. Additionally, simplifying our lives by reducing the number of daily decisions can preserve the energy of our prefrontal cortex for the choices that truly matter in our journey of overcoming challenges. Stress and anxiety are like pirates invading our mental ship, plundering our ability to focus and persevere. Stress and anxiety are natural responses of our body to challenges and threats. In small doses, they can even be beneficial, keeping us alert and motivated. However, when they become chronic, they begin to sabotage our best intentions and goals. Prolonged stress directly affects two crucial areas of the brain: the amygdala and the hippocampus. The amygdala is our alert center, responsible for detecting threats and initiating the fight or flight response. When we're constantly stressed, the amygdala becomes hyperactive, leaving us in a perpetual state of alert. This means that instead of focusing on our long-term goals, we're constantly reacting to perceived crises, whether they are real or imagined, On the other hand, the hippocampus, crucial for memory formation and learning, can literally shrink under chronic stress. This affects our ability to retain new information and skills, which are essential for progress toward our goals. It's like trying to build a house on quicksand. No matter how hard we try, progress seems to slip through our fingers. Anxiety, often a companion of stress, adds another layer of difficulty. It makes us anticipate future problems, often in an exaggerated or unrealistic way. This leads to procrastination. We delay important tasks because we associate them with feelings of discomfort or fear. Over time, this procrastination can turn into total abandonment, as the goal seems increasingly distant and daunting. To combat these mental pirates, we need to develop strategies for managing stress and anxiety. Techniques like deep breathing, regular exercise, and mindfulness practices can calm the hyperactive amygdala and protect the hippocampus. Furthermore, reinterpreting anxiety as excitement can help us use this energy to propel progress rather than paralyze us. Remember, success often lies in our ability to navigate the turbulent waters of the mind with calmness and determination. Our brain is like a constantly updating GPS. Neuroplasticity allows us to reprogram our mental route to success. Neuroplasticity is one of the most revolutionary discoveries in modern neuroscience. It refers to the brain's ability to reorganize itself by forming new neural connections throughout life. In essence, it's the ability of our brain to adapt and change in response to new experiences, learning, and challenges. This discovery has overthrown the old myth that the brain is fixed and immutable after childhood. When we think about goals and habits, neuroplasticity is our greatest ally. Each time we repeat a thought or action, we strengthen the neural connections associated with it. It's like creating a path in a dense forest. The more times we walk it, the clearer and easier it becomes to follow. Similarly, the more we practice a new habit or focus on a goal, the more natural and automatic it becomes for our brain. However, neuroplasticity also means we can unlearn old patterns that no longer serve us. If we have the habit of giving up when things get tough, we can consciously work to create new responses to challenges. Each time we choose to persist instead of giving up, we are literally reshaping our brain, creating new neural pathways of resilience and determination. Harness the power of neuroplasticity in our journey of overcoming challenges. We need to be consistent and patient. Significant changes in the brain don't happen overnight. They require repeated practice and sustained focus. Techniques like visualization, positive affirmations, and deliberate practice can speed up this process, helping us reprogram our brain for success. Remember, every small step towards your goal is not just external progress, but also an internal reshaping of your brain, making it more fit to achieve and maintain success in the future. Limiting beliefs are like invisible anchors holding us back, preventing us from navigating toward our dreams. Our beliefs about ourselves and the world around us have immense power over our actions and outcomes. Limiting beliefs are thoughts or convictions that keep us stuck, preventing us from reaching our true potential. They are like filters through which we interpret reality, often distorting it in ways that reinforce our perceived limitations. These beliefs are usually formed early in our lives, based on past experiences, feedback from others, or misinterpretations of events. For example, someone who failed an important test may develop the limiting belief that they are not good at studying. Once established, this belief can affect all future attempts at learning, creating a self-fulfilling prophecy of academic failure. The danger of limiting beliefs lies in their self-reinforcing nature. Our brain is a master at finding evidence that supports our existing beliefs, a phenomenon known as confirmation bias. Thus, once we adopt a limiting belief, we tend to notice and remember information that confirms it while ignoring contrary evidence. This creates a vicious cycle that can be hard to break. The good news is that just as we learn these beliefs, we can unlearn and replace them with more empowering ones. The first step is to identify our limiting beliefs. Pay attention to automatic thoughts that arise when you face challenges or consider new goals. Then question these beliefs. Are they really true? What evidence do you have against them? Finally, actively work to replace them with more positive and realistic beliefs. This process of cognitive restructuring is a powerful tool for unlocking your potential and achieving the success you deserve. Understanding our brain is the first step to true overcoming. Each challenge is an opportunity to reprogram our mind for success. If this video has enlightened your path to success, don't forget to like it and subscribe to the channel. Share in the comments, what strategy will you use to reprogram your brain towards overcoming challenges? Together, let's unlock our true potential. See you next time.